welcome back to another pickup video, but this time it's going to be for March and April, since it seems like I've been doing this bi-week, or not bi-weekly, bi-monthly, every 2 months, well, there's a few reasons for that. For one, I haven't really been buying a whole lot of games. I only got like 4 games within like this entire video, so like 2 games like per month pretty much. And the reason for that is that, for one, I've mostly been playing like a lot of like older games that I have, or games I like didn't really put a whole lot of time into, so fighting at the backlog, which is always well and good. And also, I've been trying to save up for just other things, like there's just other things I need to get done that are more important, and unfortunately, going traveling again is not one of those things, although I'd love to do that though, but one thing I am going to be doing, though, in June is that I'm actually going to be going to a convention, so that'll be the time when I'll be, splurging a little bit of, like, extra cash out there, so that'll be fun. But anyways, now let's get right to the pickups. So the first game I want to talk about is on the PS3, and this is a game I ordered online back in March, and I ordered it because I just could never find this game around my area for some whatever reason, but thankfully it is still a really cheap game, and that happens to be Shadows of the Damned. So this game was actually done by an all-star team where you have Suda51, Shinji Mikami, and Ari Akira Yakamura. I think that's what his name is. But yeah, this game is just a hell of a good time. I fucking loved it. Like, it was just really great. So it's a third-person shooter, very similar to Resident Evil 4. In fact, in some aspects, I'm not gonna lie, I know this is gonna sound very blasphemy, but I actually kind of like a few things about this game a little better than Resident Evil 4. But don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 4 is still great. It's just, there's just certain things about this game that I feel like they just improved, like, certain parts about it, but anyways, though, so the game just has, like, a lot of, like, crazy-ass, like, shit going on, lots of humor, lots of blood and gore, lots of, like, nudity. It's pretty much everything I always wanted to have in, like, a third-person shooter. Just, like, batshit crazy shit all happening all over the place, and it's awesome, really fun, and of course, I would say that it's probably, like, my second favorite, like, third-person shooter from last gen, and hell, I'd probably say it's probably my favorite EA published game. Yeah, that's right, this game was published by EA, and they probably didn't give a fuck about the game, which is a shame, because I think this is actually their, like, best related game that they were with last gen, next to, like, Dead Space. But yeah, as for, like, my first favorite third-person shooter, well, that would have to go to Vanquish. But yeah, this being in second place, though, it's still highly recommended for me, though. I can totally recommend this game in case you have it and you really love, like, that kind of shit. So next up is going to be on a 360 game, and this is another one that I ordered online because it's another one of those games I just rarely ever see around my area, and whenever I do, they want like $20 for it, which is just stupid. But I did manage to get it at an auction for like $5, so no complaints there. And everything's complete and everything, so no complaints at all. And the game happens to be Bladestorm, the 100-Year War. So this is a game from Koei, and this is not like your typical like Dynasty Warriors game like you would expect. This is actually more like a it's very hard to explain what this game is. It's like a strategy game, but it's also kind of action. Like, basically you play as like a leader of mercenaries, and you can like guide your troops to attack certain bases and defend and whatnot. I only played like very little of this recently because I just got it not that long ago, and I do remember playing the demo of it years ago, and I thought it was kind of cool, but I don't really remember it like that well. Other than that, I thought it was kind of interesting, but yeah, after playing it recently, the game is very complicated, or just there's a lot of shit involved that like I'm still not 100% sure on like what you're supposed to do exactly, because like I said, I haven't put a lot of time into it there, but it seems like it could be a pretty cool game. It's just, I've just been playing so much other shit that I just haven't had a lot of time to put too much time into this one, though. But I can definitely say for sure that I wouldn't recommend it for everyone because, like I said, the game, like, it kind of has, like, it seems like it's going to have, like, a really weird learning curve that you kind of got to get used to, and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, it's like a strategy, it's more focused on strategy than it is on action, so that's another thing I can see why some people wouldn't like. But before we move on, I just want to say that if there's anyone else out there that has played this before and maybe they are more familiar with it, just let me know more about what it is, because like I said, I'm probably not explaining it the greatest there. But yeah, like I said, it seems like an interesting concept. Alright, so the next one we have here is on the PS4, and this one I got when it released, and this is a game that I don't think I need to explain too much on, given that I have been playing it a little bit here and there, and you guys may have seen that, and that happens to be Trails of Cold Steel PS4 Edition. And this is like the fucking awesome, like, steel case, like, holy shit. Like, this is like probably the nicest steel case I've seen in like a long time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the ones for the Yakuza games and Persona 5, like, those steel cases look really nice too, but this is, like, shit. Fucking nice. And also the manual for this is, like, really cool too, because it's like a full color manual and, you know, all that. And also I do like the fact that you get a, where is it here? Oh yeah, right here, yeah. You get, like, a little comic strip. I thought that was kind of funny. But, yeah, I don't know what else to say, because this is a game I beat before in 2016 on my Vita, and I fucking loved it. I thought it was, like, one of, like, the best, like, more recent RPGs that I played. And I still haven't beat Part 2. I'm, like, still at that final boss. I probably might do it when I get the PS4 remaster of number 2. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've been streaming this game off and on. I might do another one real soon on Chapter 3. And, of course, I love the fact this game has turbo mode, so I can, like, blast through, like, everything really quickly. Even though, like, with my New Game Plus file, I'm, like, already OP as fuck. So, you know what? We just gotta get through it more quickly, that's all. But, yeah, I haven't been playing this game, like, a whole lot. I've just been kind of playing it, like, every now and again. But yeah, anyways, with that said, I don't know what else to say, but if this is a game that is interesting to you, I highly recommend getting the PS4 version because the turbo mode is just like a fucking godsend. Alright, so as for the final game, this is another PS4 game, and this is one that came out this month, and this is a game that came from the same dev team that made Danganronpa, so knowing that, this game is pretty fucking weird. Maybe not as weird as Kupasaning, but, you know, pretty damn weird enough. And that happens to be Zenkyu Zero Last Beginning. So this is an RPG, which that in itself is interesting, because I always wanted that dev team to make an RPG, because they're just so good at, like, storytelling and coming up with really weird ideas that are just really interesting. And, well, yeah, this game is exactly that, a really interesting, weird RPG. So, pretty much, you're a group of people stuck on an island, and there's only, like, 8 people, and apparently you guys are the final 8 people of the human population. And, you know, on the island you gotta explore, and, you know, when you're exploring the island, every part of the island has to do with, like, a character in your party's past or something. And, pretty much this game has a lot of survival elements to it, like every once in a while you have to, like, you know, eat food. Not only does it, like, gain your health, but you have, like, a hunger meter. You also gotta, like, take a piss, take a shit, and no, I'm not making that up. You actually do gotta go to the bathroom in the game. And, you know, you can craft items and, you know, all that kind of, like, survival stuff. It may sound, like, very overwhelming, but, you know, I'm playing the game on normal, and it hasn't been that difficult for that. But yeah, I just want to let you all know that it may sound like it's overwhelming though, but it really isn't. But the gameplay is kind of like a first-person dungeon crawler, but it's not like a turn-based RPG though. It's kind of sort of action-ish. Like, pretty much every time you attack in the game, like, it doesn't, like, separate from, like, everything else. Pretty much you can, like, still, like, move around, strafe as you're attacking, but of course you can't, like, spam your attacks, go like, hoya, 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 you know? Like, every time you attack, you gotta wait for a cooldown sort of thing. So, you know, it's kind of fair like that, but, yeah, so yeah, this game is really interesting, has a really cool story, really interesting ideas. Like, every time you die in the game, you can get, like, reborn, but when you get reborn, you're back to, like, a kid, and because every time you, like, every day that passes, you actually grow older, and of course, if you die of old age, you can, like, get, like, extra bonuses and stuff. So yeah, this game technically rewards you for dying, which is kind of interesting, and, man, what else can I say about it? Oh yeah, unfortunately, as great as the game is, well, as good as it is, because I don't know if I'd say it's a great game, but I do think the story is great in the concept, but the gameplay is pretty good. but the puzzles in the game are pretty damn hard, and unfortunately, I had to drop the game for a bit because I got stuck at a part, and I tried to look up a walkthrough, and I couldn't find one because, you know, the game isn't, like, getting talked about all that much, so there's not many, like, walkthroughs or playthroughs online that are uploaded. I'm pretty sure there might be a little bit more now, but, you know, I've been playing Secrets of Evermore, so that's, like, my main RPG focus right now, but yeah, this game, I'm definitely going to get back into it there, but, yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for, like, a walkthrough to come up to show at the part that I'm at, where I'm at, like, a jungle stage, but anyways, though, yeah, there's a lot of information that I can say about this game that is going to be, like, really crazy and shit, but, yeah, I would recommend it, but, like I said, though, as long as you're okay with, like, you know, inventory management and also, you know, the first person dungeon crawling aspect of it, and of course, if you don't mind, like, the really weird kookiness of it, because, like I said, this game has a lot of weird shit that I haven't even gone into, so I'm not going to get too much into that, but I will say this game, like, it's craziness, but it's the kind of craziness that I like, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. Alright, so that'll be the end of this 2-month again pickup video, you know, bi-monthly kind of thing. But yeah, with that said, has anyone ever played any of these games? Like, anyone have any discussions at all, or anything you guys picked up recently? Just let me know and we'll have a talk about it. But yeah, I do apologize if I went on a little bit too long with the last game, but you know, when you want to talk about that game, you can't really half-ass it there because there's just so much of the game. But anyways, with that said, thanks for watching and commenting, have yourselves a great day, and of course there'll be more streams, more content, and all that fun stuff.